Good evening. Sorry guys for it being so late. Okay, I'm tweaking, don't you worry. So this video is gonna be a 10 out of 10. But gonna go into what I was seeing this morning, what was going through my head, why I took the setup I did. Got the Chill Guide little lamp right here. Okay. Nice and cozy. Got the little sody pulled up here. But let's get into this recap here. I'm gonna go over what I was seeing, why I took long. Oh my gosh, blasting me. Alright, let's remove these. Micro. Okay, nice. Let's go to the 5 minute. Holy. All times high ripper. Okay, that's awesome, guys. I could have held this forever, but let's see here. Okay, make sure that's not muted. Okay, 9:30. So, guys, this is the first thing I do every single time. As soon as I go to market open, let me just keep it down to 1 right now, just to keep it nice and simple. Let me make myself a little smaller here. All right, guys, this is what I do every single morning. I'm turning the lamp off. The lighting looks better. All right, this is what I do in the morning. Right, I wake up. Around. I mean, I wake up way earlier. I wake up at like 7 and 8:30 is market open for me, so I give myself like an hour and a half. I like to be awake. I like to, be dialed in the morning. I don't like to be like just rolling out of bed, being like, oh, let me look at the charts. I like to be fully awake. So let me just go into how I first find my daily bias and how I find one of my target for the day. So for the day, we have in general, let me just go to the 15-minute here. We have failed on NQ to take this gap multiple times. We've come down really close, failed. Come down again, look like we're going to hit it, failed. Come up, come down, failed. Come down again, failed, right? So at this point, I don't even really care about it. I had it marked out and I was like, this is definitely, a possibility in the future, right? Like this, there's a possibility market's going to want to come down here. But for the most part, I was like, this is probably not happening. Let me make these lines 2 times size. So they show up a little better for y'all. Do 2 times. So like I had that gap marked out, but as you can see, we have failed so many times to reach it. I still kept it in mind. I was definitely, willing to take shorts. But what I saw going into market open here is that when we came up around market open, we swept out these intermediate highs here, which if you go to the 1 hour, it's just some little 1 minute high, and then we instantly rejected down. And what I really wanted was this gap, right? We have a prominent high right here, which was made at Asia Open, right? So Asia session opens right here. We come up, and then we've dumped from there. And then we retrace, sweep out this little high here of this leg, but we fail to sweep out Asia session highs up here. Like that is nasty. That is some good stuff right there. That is an amazing target. Very high probability, like very good source of liquidity, a good draw, something that market actually wants to take out. So we had that incorporated with this huge imbalance here. Like all this is imbalance price, like very strong draws here, right? And right off rip, we do this. Now this is where I actually got my reason for taking shorts, okay? With ES in play here. This is what made it look even better. If we go on ES, mark out 930, mark out 950. We come down, and if you look on ES, we were respecting this gap, and ES never swept this low here, and NQ did. That is an SMT divergence. That is what caused me to be bullish, as you can see here. On ES, we had a higher low. And on NQ, we had a lower low, right? Sweeping out this low. And what I really liked also on top of this was that the 1 hour was tapping into this order block, right? Like, boom, we break a new high. And then on top of that also, equilibrium of that leg, you know? So we're in a very volatile part of the move to then go higher. Like, if we want to go higher, it's going to be now. I don't think if we take out this low, I was like, okay, we're dumping, and I'm just going to try to catch shorts to this gap. But ES, you know, didn't take out that low on the 15-minute here. NQ did. Rejections off. If you go down to the 1 minute now, let me delete this. Go down to 1 minute. So we take out that low, and then instantly get a break of structure right here, right? And that was actually, as crazy as it sounds, that's all I needed. The 1 minute was being, this 15-minute on ES was being respected. We form an SMT at this low. We have 930 highs here, right, which is a good draw. We got age of session highs here, and we have that huge 1 hour imbalance. And on top of that, all-time highs up here, and the 1 hour is bullish. Like, the 1 hour hasn't flipped to bearish, right? You got to keep the higher time frame in mind sometimes, right? Like, sometimes you can fade the 1 hour and catch some insane plays. But, like, look, ES just respected this fair value gap, put a new high in. It's just balancing some price. That's all it was. Look, we came down, moved up, came down, moved up, came down. What's next? We're going to move up, right? We're just following the trend. And then you get an SMT on top of it. That's getting me my sniper entry, my good entry, you know. Let me remove, right? So what am I going to do? I'm waiting until the 1 minute flips bullish. If you wanted more confluence, you could have waited for, you know, a good leg and then waited for a retracement and then go higher. You could have waited for, you know, 1 minute equilibrium off that and then entered off this leg and then targeted higher. You could have waited. I mean, shoot, that would have been like, you would have started getting a little too sketchy. But what I entered off was right here. Stops were here. This was, I had profits in both of these right here. This is a trade I took today, a 6R trade, guys. Pretty insane. The other day I lost like 800 on my live account, and because I just started upping the risk. But, you know, it played off. Like, yesterday I took a loss, first day up in risk. Today made $2,600 on live account, which is insane. On top of all my funded accounts are getting close. So, you know, I just got to build them up a little bit, and we're going to start taking some monster payouts again, which is absolutely amazing. But as you can see here, guys, absolutely caught an insane 200 points with 35 point stop. But I will say, though, I had 3 cons here taken out. I had entered with 4, and then my live is doubled, so I had 8. So then I had 6 taken out here, most of the position. And then my other TP2 was set at equilibrium here, which basically got hit at the exact same time. And it was so much volume in the market with this candle. Like, this one candle just instantly ripped all my TPs. Like, instantly. Just 10, 12 hit, and it just shot to all my TPs. And as y'all can see, we've just continued to move higher from there. But that was a trade. The reason I was bullish was because on the 15-minute, we swept liquidity here, swept liquidity out. We're in equilibrium of this 1 hour leg. This is a 1 hour leg here. We're in equilibrium. We tapped into OTE of that leg. On top of that, you go to the 5 minute. I mean, the 5 minute was definitely bearish, but like even on top of this, like you could have said, okay, well, I'm gonna be bullish, and or like I'm bullish, but you could have went to break even once it tapped into this fair value gap. You probably would have got stopped out. I held, just laid them on the line, right? I bet you a lot of y'all lost probably right here if y'all took shorts today. You probably were like, boom, 5 minute got tapped into. But there wasn't ever a break in structure to the downside, so you shouldn't have lost. There was no break in structure. We respected the entire time bullish structure the whole time. So y'all shouldn't have taken losses here unless you just enter off 5 minute getting tapped into. But and then this big imbalance here, which as you can see just got blasted through. But look, guys, the reason this trade was good is because DOL was good. We had 930 high, Asia session high, which are amazing draws on liquidity. Like the market targets these. I want you to look at 930 highs, how they get taken out. I want you to look at how Asia session, London session, how those highs get taken out, guys. They get destroyed. And on top of that, slap it in a huge 1 hour imbalance. I mean, slapping in a huge 1 hour imbalance, and it does not get any better than that. Like, it really does not get any better than that. I can't believe all-time highs didn't get taken out. It'll probably get taken out, honestly, soon. I would say it probably, honestly, right now is a great time for it to push higher and take it out. But, yeah, guys, the main reason I took longs, I'll say it one more time, is the draw on liquidity to the upside was way better than drawing liquidity to the downside. And honestly, we've already, pushed all the way down. We swept liquidity. ES stayed bullish the entire time, literally filling this monster gap to rip. As you can see, look how many highs ES had. Bang, 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 all-time highs. Schmack work. All-time highs basically equalize. Just got slammed, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. ES just absolutely took off. But NQ swept a little low. Still maintained bullish structure on the 1 hour. If you go to the 4 hour, I mean, we never broke structure on the 4 hour downside. I guess we did right here. But the 4 hour is pretty choppy, to be honest. But the 1 hour, looking beautiful. Spink, 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 spink. So, yeah, guys. Pretty simple. Those are kind of trades that I'm willing to take. Like, I know, like, I front ran, a bunch of 5 minute imbalances all up in here. And I entered literally right here. 30-point stops. But I'm willing to take a trade like this because, I've just literally printed off this before. Like, it's just part of my strategy. I had an SMT. Like, my strategy is I need three things to be in my favor, right? So what I had was draws on liquidity were good, right? So I had my draw on liquidity, SMT, and then 1 minute breakish, 1 minute confirmation. But honestly, let's remove that. And there's one more thing also, like 1 hour equilibrium. Like 1 hour, like we're in a good spot. 15-minute lows swept. Min liquidity, like we're gonna rip. We're gonna rip. And if we weren't, then I was willing to lose. And that's kind of the mindset you need to have. Like, I've faded multiple trades this week, which won, but they just didn't fit all the criteria. But this one fit my criteria, so. Yeah, guys, I hope this helps explain why I took longs today. I know today could have been confusing to read. But one of my biggest reasons for taking it today purely was because of ES with the SMT down here. ES was respecting this 15-minute gap the entire time. As you can see, started like chopping here. And then look at that displacement at 952. Like, that's good displacement to the upside. Had the SMT, good displacement. NQ, swept the low, good displacement off the low. Swept the low, great displacement. chop, 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 rip. Keep it simple, guys. Figure out, what works with you mentally, what makes you confident in a trade. You need a back test as much as possible and really find what gives you confidence in what you're taking, and just be confident in yourself. Just know, like, once you've proven to yourself that your statistic is profitable, even if it's 55% win rate with like a 1.8 RR or something, like, that's perfect. You just have to give it time to actually, be able to give you money. Like, you need to stop trying to, like, and as you trade longer, your win rate should go up. Like, you'll be able to climb this up to like 65 to 70 over time. You just have to give it time to actually, like, produce the fruits, guys. Like, you have to not break your rules first off, because that's just going to ruin your system completely. And just take the setup when you have everything and you feel good about it, right? The biggest thing I've changed is, like, over time you get better at just, like, being more confident in certain setups. And that's literally just market experience. Like, the reason I took this trade is, like, I've seen it hundreds of times, guys. I've seen it to where market is looking like it's literally about to dump off the face, and then we absolutely reverse and rip. I've seen it the other way around, where we're ripping off market open and then we reverse. But I've also seen it where we're dumping, and then we get a retracement, and then we keep dumping. But that's because the draw was still lower. There was still a very good draw in liquidity. One more thing before I get off here, guys, because, like, look, the only draw to the downside that I liked, like I was talking about, was this gap here, right? Because we never filled it. Look how far this gap would have been. I would have wanted a retrace. The gap would have been 327 points. Is that more feasible? Fading all this 1 hour leg move up, right? Or is it more feasible to go up 150 points, take out 930 high, which is basically stacked with Asia session highs, and has an absolute insane amount of imbalance above it? What makes more sense? Target this range of price up here, or try to bomb it all the way down here? Keep it simple, guys. Keep it simple, and I promise you, you'll make more money keeping it simple than you would overcomplicating it. When I first started, I thought I'd need to learn more, know more, have more strats, have more confluences, have more this, more. If you keep overcomplicating it, you're never going to, like, you can't even stick to a system. Find something that works for you in backtest it and study it. For me, I need 3 things to, like, all I need to keep myself from just taking ultra dumb trades is, like, 3 things need to be on my side. I need to have 3 things convincing me that this trade's going to play out. Most of the time, the biggest one is drawing liquidity. It needs to have a good draw. The draw needs to be better than the entry, okay? Second off, I need something to give me a good entry, okay? Talking about entry, so, like, liquidity sweep, breakage structure, that's a good entry. Imbalance, breakage structure, either or. Liquidity or imbalance, and then breakage structure. Liquidity, imbalance, breakage structure. That's basically what I take. I'm either taking an imbalance to liquidity, or I'm taking liquidity to liquidity, or I'm taking imbalance to imbalance. It doesn't really matter to me. It just needs to be one or the other, right? It needs to be in a zone to then have a reaction. It has to be in a place where orders can be filled, right? So I had that 15-minute low with SMT, plus 1 hour equilibrium, plus all kinds of stuff. That's all I needed. And then the next thing I need, and the biggest thing is motion. Like, I've said this before. I've said this in a lot of my videos. Like, fair value gaps, for an IFG to be valid for me to the upside, boom, it needs to rip through it. It does not need to sit in it, think about it, and play around. I don't like that. I'm going to fade that. Same thing with break of structure. I need this high right here if I'm wanting to take longs. Boom. Candle close here. Like, enter here. Like, I need it to get ran through. I don't need it to do something like that. I don't like that. I want price to show me, hey, boom, we just swept this low. Boom, we instantly break structure to the upside, and we're going. We're getting out of here. We're going towards the draw and liquidity. We're going to take that out. We're going to get there so fast. We're going to give no one an entry because they were too scared to take that volatile candle. I'm the person entering on those volatile candles. That has helped me win more than anything. Yes, my stop loss is going to be bigger, but just adjust your contracts. It's not that big. It's not that crazy. You know, you just got to be able to adjust your contracts on the fly and be quick with it so your risk isn't crazy. But y'all have a good one. I'm going to start settling down for the night, getting all cozy. We're going to trade again in the morning. As long as NQ presents a setup, as long as there's something to actually target tomorrow. If we're just ripping above all-time highs, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see what it looks like in the morning. I'll keep you all updated on the TikToks, all that, social medias, everything. We're absolutely grinding. We're getting after it. This next 3 months are going to be crazy. I'll be growing and growing and growing all my accounts, growing my scaling. I'm just going to continue to pump out this free content for y'all. So if y'all made it this far, please like and subscribe, guys. Please throw down a comment if you want me to talk about anything specifically. I know there's people talking about psychology videos. I'll make one of those this weekend. If I get some free time, I really want to be able to put some time and effort into it and really break down the mental aspects and like the mental part of trading. It's a major part of it, but this is just a strategy. This is kind of what goes through my head, guys. Like, I don't really overcomplicate it. Keep it pretty simple. Yes, I have years of market knowledge that gives me an advantage, but just keep putting the work, keep putting the time, and you're going to get there. And then it's all going to start clicking, and you're literally going to make back every single loss you've ever made within a month, if not 2 months. And then you're just going to be ripping. So keep putting the work, keep putting the effort, and keep getting after it. And I'll keep making these videos for y'all. God bless, and good night.